Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be the first in a series of videos that I make about the Final Faction toy line. And it's a very extensive line, so I need multiple videos in order to actually cover all of it. So in this first video, I'm going to talk about these 5 figures that are done for the Alpha team. And these figures are sold at Dollar Tree stores, and they cost $1.25 each. And it's a very economical deal considering what you're getting in terms of the look of these figures, and what they include in terms of accessories and whatnot. So this first one is Sergeant Steel, and as you can see, it kind of resembles Falcon from the Marvel universe. So that's kind of cool, and he comes with this wing kind of pack. And on the back of each of these, there's a description of the character, and there's write-up in general about the series. Basically says, in the year 2050, a large asteroid collided with our moon. Among the debris, we discovered a hibernating alien mothership. Now the Karn are awake, and they want to plunder our precious natural resources. So we recruited teams of special operatives to defend Earth from the alien threat. They are the Final Faction. So that's the basic premise of this. And there's a cartoon series, which is sort of CG animated, which shows these characters in action. So very cool stuff. And later on in the video, I'm going to take all these out of the package. So we'll get a better look at the details of these things loose out of the package. So stay tuned for that. Next up, we got Shift. And each one says, additional weapons pack sold separately. So I have those weapon packs, but I'm going to save those for another video because there's a bunch of other stuff in this toy line that we need to talk about. So right now I'm just going to cover these figures. And as you can see, there's a write-up on this character here on the back. So that's really cool. And it also shows the entire lineup of Series 1. So you can see all these 5 characters here. And then the Karn. There are 3 different Karn figures. So, and again, I'll review those in another video. So that's Shift, and then Sergeant Ruck. So you can see what that looks like. Very cool. And again, gets a write-up on the back of the package here. So that's very cool. And then we got Steadfast. And I believe Steadfast is the sort of leader of the group. Yeah, Master Sergeant. So he sort of outranks everybody else. So you can see what that figure looks like. And on the back, you can see a write-up on his character right there. And then last but not least, we got the ACRM. So this is sort of like a mechanized robot with a person inside of it. Augmented Combat Rescue Mech, basically. That's what ACRM stands for. And you can see on the back of this, gives a description of the character Boyd, who is the pilot of the ACRM. So these look really cool in the package. I love the design of this, simplicity of it. But let's go ahead and get these out of the package so we can see what they look like up close. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got these figures out of the package now, and we'll take a look at Steadfast first. So this is the sort of leader of the group, and you can see what that head sculpt looks like up close. I think they did a really good job on that. And you can see all the paintwork and sculpting on this is actually quite good. And he comes with 2 accessories. One is this sort of gigantic gun that he has in his hand, and that fits in his hand just fine. And then he also comes with a removable helmet, so you can see what that looks like. And that will fit on his head just fine. So that's what it looks like. Sort of transforms the look of the character. And this character looks really cool. I like this mechanized arm too. That's really interesting. And you'll notice on all these figures, they have these little ports in various places where you can port in some of the accessories. So you can see on the back here, there's one, and then there's one on his arm as well. And we'll get into the accessory packs in a separate video. So I'll take a look at those as well. So cool looking figure. And then next up we have Shift. And this is the only figure where I noticed there was a little bit of a quality control issue in terms of the articulation. The head on this figure is a little bit loose, and it does clash with this sword holder that fits on her back. So the hair kind of like crashes into that when it's in place. So a little bit of a design flaw there. And you'll notice that the head is actually quite loose on this one. This is the only quality control issue that I've noticed so far on any of these figures, though. This one joint here is a little bit loose. So, but other than that, I think the figure looks amazing. Really love all the paint detail and the sculpting on this. Looks really good. And again, these are held together with screws. So there is the potential that you could probably take these apart and do some customizing on them if you wanted to. So that's really interesting. And in terms of the swords, these do come out of the that sheath, and she can hold them in her hand as well. So that's really cool. So yeah, you get a chance to sort of have this character wielding her swords. So that looks really awesome. I like that a lot. Next up, we have Steel. This character definitely seems to be inspired by Falcon from the Marvel Universe. Definitely seems to be inspired by that. And I'm not sure which way these wings are supposed to be put on him. You can put them in this configuration, or you could potentially flip them around the other way. It seems like either position is possible. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be jets or guns, so you can kind of make the judgment call on that in terms of which look of the character you think looks better. Overall, I'm really digging the look of this character, though. Looks really cool, and I like all the sculpting and paint details on this. Looks really awesome. Okay, so next up we have Ruck, and you can see what this figure looks like. And this figure comes with two accessories. There's a backpack here, which is removable, and then he also comes with this removable gun too, which can be ported into several locations on the figure too. You can actually put it on his arm, or you could put it up here. I think it's probably supposed to go up here just because he has that eye scope. So I think this is sort of his way of aiming this weapon. So, and as you can see, it can articulate up and down like that. So really cool looking figure. Again, I like all the paint details on this, and the sculpting on it looks really good. And in terms of articulation on these, again, they don't really have too much. They just are 5 points of articulation. You basically get a pivot at the head, pivot at the shoulder, and then pivot at the hip. So that's pretty much it in terms of articulation. But for what you're paying, these are only $1.25 each. So in terms of what you're getting for that money, I think it's pretty amazing in terms of what they've been able to do with these figures. And then last but not least, over here we have the ACRM. In terms of the substance of this is the biggest and the heaviest of these five, and it really looks great and feels very substantial in your hand. It's a weighty figure. So and I think it looks great. And as you can see, there's a lot of ports on this one too. So a lot of opportunities to sort of use those accessory packs and accessorize this thing. So yeah, it looks great. So that's pretty much it for this video. Coming up in the future, I will be reviewing other aspects of this toy line, including covering the Karn, the adversaries of the Alpha Team. So stay tuned to my channel for more videos about the Final Faction toy line. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.